500 million copies sold, translated into over 140 languages. A story so iconic, it basically invented the modern novel. But here's the truth, most people never finish it. Some don't even get past the first 50 pages. Why? Because they completely miss the real story. This isn't just about a delusional old man fighting windmills. This is about you, your dreams, your failures, your stubborn refusal to quit in a world that constantly tells you to be realistic. This book is about chasing the impossible, even when everyone laughs at you. Stick with me for the next 30 minutes, and I'll take you on a ride through the wildest, funniest, and most heartbreaking adventure ever written. This is Don Quixote, and if you've ever been called crazy for dreaming big, this book might just be your Bible. Let me honest with you, this video have no fancy edits, no flashy animations. If you need explosions and TikTok cuts to stay focused, this might not be for you. But if you're here for a story that might just change your life, let's ride. Welcome to BEO's Library, the place where we break down life-changing books without the fluff. Today we're tackling Don Quixote, the 400-year-old book that's still more relevant than half the self-help books on your Instagram feed. By the end of this video, you'll know why Elon Musk and Steve Jobs would have worn Don Quixote merch, how Cervantes predicted toxic hustle culture before it was a thing, why this book will make you question every realistic life goal you've ever set. So hit like, subscribe, and let's get started. Trust me, you'll want to take notes. Every great book has an even greater writer. And Miguel de Cervantes, this dude lived a life wilder than half the action movies you've seen. Captured by pirates. Yes, actual pirates. Spent 5 years as a slave. Lost the use of his left hand in battle. Got thrown in jail for financial fraud, allegedly. Wrote Don Quixote while broke and angry at the world. Let that sink in. The man who wrote about an old dude chasing impossible dreams. Spent his entire life failing, suffering, and still never gave up. Sound familiar? Moral of the story: never underestimate a middle-aged man with a grudge and a pen. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a dream so big that people laughed at you for it? Don Quixote is about a man who refuses to accept reality as it is. He decides that no matter what, he is a knight. It doesn't matter that knights don't exist anymore. It doesn't matter that he's broke, old, and clueless. He rewrites reality to match his dreams. Sound crazy? Maybe. But if you're an entrepreneur, a creator, or someone who's ever bet on themselves, you know this struggle. This book asks the most important question of all. Do you adjust your dreams to fit reality, or do you adjust reality to fit your dreams? That's why Don Quixote still matters. That's why we're still talking about him 400 years later. Chapter Breakdown: The Greatest Moments. 1. The Knighting Debacle, Chapter 1-4. Fake it till you make it, meet Alonso Quixano. A broke, aging nobleman who has read so many knightly romances, his brain literally starts glitching. He renames himself Don Quixote, throws on rusty armor, and sets out to become the greatest knight in history. His first order of business: getting knighted. And what does he do? He storms into a shady roadside inn, which he thinks is a castle, harasses prostitutes, who he thinks are princesses, and begs the sketchy innkeeper, who he thinks is a noble king, to knight him. The man plays along, smacks a sword on his shoulder, and boom, Don Quixote is now officially a knight. Life lesson: confidence without competence is just comedy. 2. Windmill Gate, Chapter 8. the most famous workplace metaphor ever. This is the scene you know, even if you've never read the book. Don Quixote spots a field of windmills. But in his mind, they're not windmills, they're giant monsters threatening the land. So naturally, he charges at them full speed. What happens? The windmill smacks him across the field like a WWE finisher. Sancho Panza, his loyal squire, tries to talk sense into him. Bro, those are literally windmills." To which Quixote replies, No, a wizard turned them into windmills to deceive me." Ever had a boss like that? Drop a laugh and face in the comments. 3. The Helmet of Mambrino, Chapter 21. Startup culture in a nutshell. One day, Quixote sees a barber carrying a shiny brass basin on his head. His brain. That's not a basin, that's the legendary Helmet of Mambrino. He steals it, wears it proudly. And when people tell him, "Dude, that's literally a barber's basin," he insists, "No, you just don't have the vision to see its true form." This is the 17th century version of, it's not a failing startup, it's a lifestyle brand. 4. The Lion Incident, Chapter 17. The Battle That Never Happened. Quixote hears there's a lion in town. Does he avoid it like a normal person? Nope. He marches up, demands they open the cage so he can fight it. And the lion? Yawns and walks away. Quixote, unbothered, declares victory. Life lesson? Sometimes your biggest battles are just you hyping yourself up over nothing. Sound familiar, overthinkers? 5. The Duke and Duchess Prank, Chapter 30-57. When trolls take control, by this point, Quixote is famous. A rich duke and duchess read about his adventures and decide to mess with him. They gaslight him for entertainment. They convince Sancho he's the governor of a fake island. They turn Quixote into their personal clown. This is the Truman Show meets Mean Girls. And the worst part, Quixote never realizes it. Moral? Be careful who you let write your story. Some people just want to watch you fail. Part 2. Themes, Legacy and Conclusion. So far we've laughed at Quixote's wild adventures, but here's the twist. Cervantes wasn't just telling a funny story. In Part 2, the tone shifts. Quixote isn't just a silly old man anymore. He becomes something tragic. By now, everyone in Spain has read about his adventures. So when they see him, they don't try to stop him. They play along. They trick him, mock him, and turn his fantasies into cruel jokes. Imagine if people turned your biggest dreams into a reality TV show, just to watch you fail. That's what happens to Quixote. Cervantes stops laughing at Quixote and starts laughing at us. He's asking, do we really care about dreamers? Or do we just enjoy watching them crash and burn? First, reality versus delusion. Quixote isn't crazy, he's just building his own reality. Sound familiar? Every entrepreneur, artist, or influencer is doing the same thing. You believe in your vision even when no one else does. The question is, are you brave or just blind? Quixote shows us both sides. 2. The crowd mentality trap. Sancho starts off as the normal guy, the one who sees reality clearly, but over time he gets sucked into Quixote's fantasy world. Why? Because it's exciting. Ever followed a leader who promised a dream, even when deep down you knew they were wrong? That's Sancho's journey. And that's how cults, scams, and bad startups keep pulling people in. 3. The cost of dreams. Dreaming big comes at a price. Quixote loses his money, his friends, and in the end, his sanity. But here's the scary part. Without his dreams, he's nothing. The moment he wakes up and admits he was wrong, he dies. So what's worse? Dying forgotten or dying misunderstood? The power of stories. Quixote's life is built on stories, night tales, legends, myths. And guess what? So is ours. We tell ourselves stories every day. I'm meant for greatness, or I'll be successful soon. Stories give us purpose, but they can also trap us in illusions. Cervantes forces us to ask, are the stories we believe helping us or destroying us? The absurdity of life. If there's one big lesson in Don Quixote, it's this. Life is ridiculous. Windmills become giants. Barbers' basins become golden helmets. People believe in lies because they want to. Sound familiar? Cervantes is showing us that reality isn't as solid as we think. It's all about perception. Famous lines decoded, too much sanity may be madness. Translation, if you play it too safe, you'll never do anything great. Dreamers look crazy until they succeed. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Yes, Cervantes invented this phrase. You're welcome, Instagram motivational pages. For neither good nor evil can last forever. Translation, nothing stays bad forever. If you're struggling right now, your breakthrough might be just around the corner. Quixote's impact is everywhere. Musicals, paintings, movies, even the word Quixotic, which means wildly unrealistic. His story proves one thing. Even failed dreams change the world. The world remembers Quixote as a knight, not a fool. And here's the ultimate flex. Astronomers literally named planets after Quixote's characters. Imagine dying thinking you failed, only for the universe to name stars after you. That's his real legacy. At its core, Don Quixote is not about winning. It's about the courage to dream, even in a world that laughs at you. Entrepreneurs, students, artists, burnt-out workers, this is your call to arms. Charge at your windmills. Keep dreaming, even when people call you crazy. And if the world tries to humble you, say, I'm not delusional. I'm Cervantes-level iconic. If this video made you rethink your life goals, smash that like button. Comment your favorite delusional life hack. Mine is fake it till you make it. Subscribe for more truth bombs. And remember, reality is overrated. Be the Quixote of your life. They called him mad. Then they named planets after his characters. Keep progressing. See you in the next video.